cool about KORN, you know, I'm a big fan of AC/DC, Iron Maiden, Metallica, those kind of bands. When they put a new record out, you pretty much know what their record's going to sound like. They have a formula and it works, and they stick with it, and that's their thing. What's really cool about KORN is like we're not afraid to go off and go over here and go like, let's go to dubstep or try something like, you know, KORN's always had an element of electronica music and all these different elements, but why not do that? And then with the new one, Paradigm Shift, just a little bit of electronic elements. Brian had Welch being back. Hey, Brian's here, everybody.
How's it going, everybody?
Hi, Brian.
He's gonna eat while he talks. No. But you know what I'm saying? So like we went off the deep end with that. Now with Brian coming back in, we brought the heaviness, but we still want to sprinkle elements of electronics in there, you know. So, but at the end of the day, it's still a KORN record. Still got that stamp on it, you know.
All right. So in the recent years, you guys have gone from being a major label band to being on indie labels. How has that affected your songwriting?
It didn't. I don't think it affected writing at all. It's just like it's a different day and era for the labels. You know what I mean? Sometimes it can actually destroy you being on a bigger label because they have the power to push you in one direction you might not want to go in. You know. So with us being on the management side with our label and managers, we have more freedom to do, you know, things that we want to do, and we have more input. So to me, it's way more. It's better. You know.
Thank you.
Now, 10 years ago, Sony, Warner Brothers, all that, of course, that's the way to go, you know, but today's music is totally different, you know.
No, because we've always had freedom to write what we wanted, so yeah, it's just how we choose to put it out, you know. And it might change back to major next record, you never know.
In an interview, John said it was the first empowering song he ever wrote. But as a long-term fan, I thought KORN's always been about empowerment. So what are your thoughts on that, really?
James Monkey Schaefer, everybody.
He just says that in the moment because he's had a lot of empowering songs, just like he said.
Yeah.
He just, when he gets excited over something, you know, he might over say it, but I think mainly he feels that way because he's probably dealing with a lot of haters nowadays, you know, more so. But I like this song a lot, man. But I'm with you.
You know, like you said, like when you're in the moment, you're outsider, a fan looking in, and you know, sometimes you look at that big picture, it's not, you know what I mean? Like when you're closer at that time, like we were so close, we wrote like 25 songs for the Paradigm Shift. I can't believe some of the songs that didn't make the record. I still listen to them on my iPhone. I'm just like, oh man. So, but you can become close with that, but until an outsider hears it, you don't really realize the impact it has, you know. But John's lyrics are always powerful, man. Once a day, someone comes up and says, "You've changed my life. You saved my marriage. You got me through some hard times." Someone says it to John daily, you know, and it's
this dude yesterday, 2 days ago. He said, "KORN woke me up out of a meth coma."
Yeah, full blown.
He was in a meth coma.
They put headphones.
Put headphones on him, and he woke up.
What was the hardest thing for you to adjust to, or what was the hardest thing for the band? Every member pretty much was before the band was already there.
Hey, I'll be the first to say that if it wasn't for the 5 original members, KORN, I wouldn't be here. You know, what I mean, I'd be in a band because I'm definitely a musician, but it's
a darn good one.
I play my balls off now, but like KORN's not like any other band. You know, I've been a hired gun for David Lee Roth, and you know, I was a band member of Army of Anyone with the Leo Brothers, and with Jake and Lee, I was a hired gun. A lot of national acts I played for, and I'm being a session guy and being a teacher and being you're kind of a chameleon. You kind of just adapt. Like I kind of just slide in and I become that. You know, KORN's no one sounds like them on the planet. So it was very intimidating the first couple of weeks playing with them. You know, it was like. And I missed that guy because we only had 3 original members. So it was Monkey Fieldy, and we had a hired gun replacing him. And it's a powerful thing, man. It's like
so easy though. It's not hard.
It's not at all. Hey, they all say that, and I played with some monster musicians. I played with some of the best on the planet. You know, I did Billy Sheehan's last 2 solo records. That guy's no joke. He plays with some of the top drummers in the world. It doesn't matter. Like the groove and the what KORN is, it's a package. It's not like. It's funny because like Brian will go out and do Love and Death shows, Jonathan will go out and do his DJ shows, but it's the KORN name and the brand and everything that comes together that sells that logo and the music and the passion and the drive. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it took me a long time to get my head in that. Like I don't want to just play drums. I really want to get in and take this band to another level. That was my goal. I wanted to really lift it and like give it more energy and like sink my passion, what I have into it, and take it up. You know.
Since KORN first came out, the band has consistently evolved. Every album has had a different element to it. I know you have something that you're anticipating releasing here soon. What can we expect? Is it going to be totally different from everything you've ever done before, or is it going to contain some of those same elements? Give us a little preview.
Oh, like putting stuff out? Yeah, KORN Country album.
No, please don't.
So, I think the next thing we're going to tackle is something to do with the first album, because it's the 20th anniversary. So I don't know when new material is going to be out. So if it's out in a year and a half, then we could be in a different place in a year when we start writing it. So it's hard to say. I want to put out heavy balls out.
Yeah, that's what I want to
like 75%. Like where you're like doing crazy drum stuff.
Yeah, drum solos everywhere.
Yeah.
So about 15 years ago, you guys were on an episode of South Park. Did it hurt when they changed you into a cartoon?
It was a weird process. Like, have you seen the movie The Animal?
With
scientists had him and he put animal parts in him.
Yeah, Rob Schneider.
Cartoon parts in us. It was weird. So we would just have a few beers and do it in the studio or whatever. We just laugh.
What a great episode. How amazing was that?
This is my famous line, watch. Guys, fighting isn't going to solve anything. Don't you know that's exactly what those pirate ghosts want us to do?
Wow.
I remember.
I've been walking around for years now going, KORN!
Yeah. We should do like an updated one, like like when we're 50 or 60, like do like
when we have canes, we come on stage with our walkers.
With the news focusing on bullying a lot lately, do you find a whole new generation of fans that identify with your lyrics because of all that?
That drives me nuts, man. I hate that. That makes me want to like.
I was bullied.
Yeah, I was too. Because I was in the band. And I was called a band fag, and it was called a band everything. It was bad.
I was bullied for being the hottest kid in school. Like,
yeah, he had the hottest butt.
I got like one girlfriend shoved at me because I was so shy and weird.
I actually have people come up and meet reads and say like, you know, you got me through some really rough time. I mean, come on, like people like actually to the suicide level. A bully, it's like, wow, get out of here with it.
Like, what does it like feel like, or what do you think when you see parents like bringing their kids? Like they could be like listening to Justin Bieber or something, but they want to listen.
Don't say
to
that.
KORN.
You listen to Justin Bieber, don't you?
Don't say that word.
That's not allowed in our house.
Good.
What I meant was that they could be listening to Justin Bieber, but they want to listen to KORN. They want to listen to this type of music.
Well, that's the thing. That's why like word of mouth and YouTube and all the media outlets are fueling what you might like. So what your buddies might like, you can't stand. I was always going against my friends. They were always into poppy stuff, and I was always into metal and heavy. I grew up on Ozzy, Judas Priest, Sabbath, all that stuff.
So when you rejoined KORN a few years back, or a little while back, wasn't even a couple years, right? Yeah. There was a bit of an uproar on Facebook from a lot of your Christian fans. How did that make you feel, and kind of how did you address that and reconcile that?
It made me want to choke people, but I can't do that. So it's just like, just calm down, be patient, and don't judge no one. It's like, people are keyboard gangsters, I call them. They're like, and then they're all tough. When you see them face to face, they're like, So it's just, it made me embarrassed, of like, for Jesus, that he has to put up with all these people, and I've fallen too. So, but it's just like when the judging comes and like saying you can do this and you can't do that, that's just like all messed up. And I was there at one point, but just don't come out of the gate yelling at people and telling them you can't do that. Just like ask questions, that's fine, So it was irritating.
So far on the tour, on the Mayhem tour, there's been 2 marriage proposals. When during your set, is it the heat exhaustion or the intoxication that makes people want to take that kind of a plunge during this show?
I think it's
Really?
You haven't asked me.
It's coming. Yeah.
I don't know what it is. It's just hopefully they're real and not telling their friends, hey, let's get on stage.